Good morning everyone, my name is Chris from Two-Headed Wolf Gaming and welcome back to our Let's Play of Battle Brothers. In the last episode we just took care of Hogger the Weasel and now let's move back to our party management screen. Over here Edward just leveled up, so what we'll do is click over here and you can see that for health, fatigue, resolve, initiative, and melee attack, melee defense, range skill and range defense, we got a few rolls. Every time you level up, you get a roll from 1 to 5, and depending on the stars over here, they will provide you, I believe, with 1, 2 or 3 points, depending on the number of stars, to the type of roll that you've received. So basically here, if we didn't have stars, from what I understand, you would only get +2 to the rolls, but because we do, we get +4. For this character, we definitely want to make him a bit of a tank, maybe a melee type of character. So what I'm going to do to start with is put points in melee defense, melee skill, and I'm not really going to put points into the hit point. This is mostly because hit points don't matter that much. Once they go through your armor, it's going to be pretty tough to protect yourself. You might, with a few level ups, ensure that you survive one more hit directly onto your body or your head, but most likely you won't. So I don't think it's worth to put points into hit points. Fatigue is pretty good. Like every time you attack, every time you defend, every time you dodge, you gain fatigue. Like wearing heavier armor and helmet gives you a penalty to fatigue, meaning that you'll have less. And so you get a lot more tired by wearing the heavier armor and by fighting, and you need to have quite a bit of fatigue or ways to manage your fatigue in order to make sure that you can still defend, that you can still attack. For resolve is pretty self-explanatory. You want people to stay strong and not panic and run away. For initiative, it just puts you the first in the order of attack. This will change with the armors that you are wearing and with the fatigue that you've gained. Sometimes it's good to put a bunch of points into initiative. It's going to provide you with a few benefits fighting humans. But zombies, for example, or skeletons, the undead, generally have the least initiative, so you get the first turn on them. And there are species like goblins, which are quicker, will always get the higher initiative. It's rare that you can do something about it, but there are a few ideas of builds out there on how you can better manage that. So for him, I've added 2 points into melee skills and melee defense. His next point I will put into resolve. I want to get people to have above 50 resolve, so they don't break on the first turn, so to speak. As far as perks go, you get to put a point on every level. You will see different skills for different perks. At the moment I want him to be a bit of a melee fighter, so recover could be good for him. If we use the recover skill, we will reduce by 50% the fatigue accumulated, which can be pretty useful later on. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna add the fatigue recovery, and I think that's about it for now. We're just gonna go and finish this contract and open up to the rest of the game. What he just told us over here is that you can camp at any point. When you put your party into a camp, it looks like this. Like, enemies will be able to spot you from a bit further away, but you do repair and heal faster. In the top left corner of the screen you have the gold, and it shows how much you pay your people per day. At the moment we are at 85 crowns. We have food, which we do need in order to keep our people happy and alive. We have tools and supplies, which are used in order to repair our weapons and armors. We have ammunition, which just replenishes our ranged weapons, right? And we do have medical supplies, which we use in order to heal our people. When you are in a camp stance, you do get faster repairs and healing. So from time to time it's a good idea to just do that. If we check the town, we are victorious, we gain 400 crowns from this quest. Let's take a look at the people that we have available. There's just the usual two, the butcher and I think this is a monk. We don't want to hire any other people at the moment. We keep this leather tunic and I'm gonna sell the cleaver, I don't want it for now. I'll keep the shield, I'll keep the sword for one of our future characters. We can also sell the sling, as I do not plan to use it. We have here two types of food. The more types of food you have, the better chances are that you get events which improve the morale of your party. And we have here a signet ring. These are different goods that you can use to sell and gain some money. The prices vary from town to town, and it's a good idea to keep it around and see where you can sell it at its most value. As far as anything else goes, I don't think we need anything from this town anymore. We have a possible contract over here. Let's see. So what he wants us to do is for us to make a delivery. Let's see how much he's willing to pay. He's gonna pay 30 gold in advance and 120 when the job is done, so that's 150. I'm gonna click we need to be paid more for this. At the moment we don't have the reputation, so he doesn't want to. It's good to always ask at least once to be paid more. Sometimes people will accept, sometimes they don't. When you click this button, they say that it gives you less reputation with the town when the job is done. However, at this point, I didn't see a mechanic that really pushes this into a way that is useful. So you always want more gold. So 150 is too little from what I believe, so I'm not gonna take the job. Let's go ahead and visit another town. Let's go to Donnerstad to the north and see what's going on. Like, you can see the footprints. Footprints show you like the caravans or bands or beasts, and you can follow them, especially if you're trying to track certain enemies. In Donnerstad we have a taxidermy which we can use to create some trophies. We will see some of those in the future. Let's see what type of men they have to give us. Some miners, some farmhands, nothing special. If we take a look at the marketplace, they're paying 242, a little bit more than the town to the south, but not great. They do have a contract, and they want us to escort a caravan to Hornheim, a day northeast of here. Let's talk money and see. So they want to give us 150. If we ask for more, they'll pay us 160. Let's accept the offer, since it's just a day to the northeast, and they will give us the food, so we won't use ours along the way. I'll need some time to think about this. because I want to see. Hornheim is over here, we definitely want to go over there. Sometimes there are towns. Let's see if we can find one on the map. Let's say that we are here and it gives us a quest to go over here to the south to Windberg. Sometimes it just says that it's a day away, but then it goes all around through here. The caravans don't take a direct path to Windberg, so it might take you a lot longer than you first thought. Let's go back to the contract, let's accept it, and now when we leave, we are part of this trading caravan. There is a chance that we will be attacked by brigands, but that's why we are here, to protect them. During camp, it falls to you, the commander, to see the company succeeds not just on the battlefield, but also in fame and riches. And so you spend the evening pondering about a bigger plan for the two-headed wolf band in your tent while the men talk and laugh around the fire. You're never going to become a legend simply by chasing brigands and doing small-time contracts. What do you proclaim to the men the company will set out to do? So these are sort of periodic goals that you will get. There will be all kinds depending on what you think you want to do. So we have a choice now to either set out in the wilderness and discover riches in different kinds of, like when we saw the camp with Hoggard, there are camps like that all around the map, and you can go and attack these camps, and really depending on the difficulty you can get some really cool gear. Or we can go to we need allies. So we will need for this to have a town being friendly towards us. We will take a look at the relationship panel in a second, but basically by doing more contracts for a certain town, you will gain a better reputation with them, so they will provide you with better contracts. So let's just do that. We want to do a bunch of quests at the moment, so we're just gonna have this goal. Over here, this is the faction relations. We are unknown, nobody knows us right now, and our reputation is neutral. As I said, we won't discuss too much about this because I haven't seen a big effect on it. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe they've changed that. However, I haven't seen it. You can see that in Elkshorn, where we did the first quest, we have now a open relationship. And these other factions are just neutral. This will change with time, giving us better contracts or more important ones. So we've reached Hornheim, nothing attacked us. The town is now well supplied because we bought a caravan, and we've gained some gold. If you take a look at the people, the market is closed, there's no one to hire because it's nighttime and they do have an armorer. Let's see if we can do something at night with this contract. So he wants us to find the stolen idol of fertility. Someone stole it and we need to find them. Let's talk about pay. They're gonna pay us 390 crowns when the contract is done. That is a pretty good pay. Let's ask for more. No, that's all he wants to pay. Let's accept and see where we're about to go. Follow the tracks southwest of Hornheim, so we do not know exactly where they are. Let's start following the tracks and see where we can find them. Generally, any quest will provide you with this type of tracks to the target. So we got to fight some thugs. They do have quite a few numbers. These are two weapons that can be used from range. They're not too well armored, but they can present a danger for us. Let's move up. As you can see, because there's snow, our moving costs 3 attack AP, 3 action points, and it does provide us with a bit more fatigue. Let's put our men into spear wall. I'll wait with the arbalest for a turn. I'll wait with the archer as well to get a better opportunity to attack. I'm gonna keep the clubman still. Just put him into a shield wall. I'm gonna keep the swordsman still as well. The axeman, the same story. And put a spear wall and a shield wall on the spearman over here, on Gustav. Now let's try to shoot with the crossbowman. Unfortunately we missed. I'm gonna try to take this weapon out first, as it can be quite dangerous for us. Let's wait one turn, let's wait with them, see what they want to do. If I'm gonna put him in spear wall and wait. We're gonna shoot another bolt at this character. We missed again. He's gonna move up and maybe attack. No. These guys all don't have a great chance to hit. I'm gonna use an aimed shot and aim it at this brigand tag with the fork, and we've got him really good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll move up the spearman and do an attack on the brigand tag. I'm gonna move the swordsman up one turn. The two-handed axe, I'll keep him still. For the moment, I'm just gonna keep him in spear wall. I am going to move up the clubman and try to stun, to knock out the brigand tag. Fortunately, we missed. And we have our next turn. Moving up the crossbowman, shooting at the brigand tag with the two-handed weapon, and we did manage to do so. When we kill this other person, you can see that we've gained confidence on these two people, meaning that they have a higher chance to hit, I believe, and a higher initiative maybe? I will have to look it up, maybe learn a little bit more about the morale until the next episode. He's gonna try to attack us as well. Some of his people are wavering. Let's use this two-handed axe, try to get them. Not the best hits. If we're going to shoot with the archer over to this brigand tag, even though we have a low chance to hit him, you can see that there's a shield with an arrow over here, meaning that there is a chance that these two will be hit when we shoot at him. It goes the same for your people, so if I try to shoot at this front line, these two people have a chance to be hit in the back. So we have to be careful where we shoot. Our two-handed axe got hit quite a bit. His helmet broke. I might put on the two-handed axe, since he doesn't have a shield, I'll put that helmet. I'll move up our spearman, do another attack to the brigand. Let's try to stun him. We've hit him. Oh, we got him in the second try. I'll use the spearman over here. So we're doing pretty well right now, but we're not out of the woods. I'm gonna use the crossbow on the swordsman. Perfect. These two people broke. These two bandits. We got a really good hit. So at this point we're just working on finishing them off. Now it's still early game and we are playing on easy. But know that when some of their people break, just remember that you are not out of the woods yet. Like, your characters can die even when it seems that you are winning. So it's very important that you do not get cocky in this game. What I'm doing now, I'm just putting people, even though I don't have a chance to attack, I'm putting people into his area of control. So when he tried to run now, we got some free hits. Let's see what we got. We have 2 levels. Gustav has a level up. Edward, I'm gonna take this helmet off you. So allows the wearer to see at night and negate any penalties due to night time. Now this is a great helmet for one of our archers later on. Almost feels like cheating. But let's provide some of our troops with the better equipment that we've received. So that's a 55 armor, this is a 50. I'm gonna give it to him. There's this 2-handed spear mace, which could be pretty useful, but I'm not gonna equip anyone with it now. Gustav, level up. You are going to be definitely a melee fighter. So 2 points, 1 in melee defense, melee attack, and resolve to get you up as well. As far as perks go, I'm gonna keep you on recovered. Wildreach, the Falcon. I think I'm gonna provide you with a bow pretty soon instead of the Herbalist, instead of the crossbow. So I'm actually going to give you points into range skill and range defense. And with the rest of the points, just add them to your resolve. For perks for him, I like the crippling strikes, lower the threshold to inflict injuries by 33% for both melee and ranged attacks. This is on our enemy. Now some injuries might not be that great, but I do enjoy having it. We can add student to him, which will increase the experience he gains. And at level 7 we get this perk point back. Let's go with that. Let's go with student and return to finish our contract. There you have it, we finished another contract with 390 gold, crowns well deserved. If we take a look at the people available to hire, there's a brawler, there's another poacher. This brawler is not that expensive. Let's bring another one, let's bring another troop in our midst. As you can see, he gets plus 100 damage when unarmed. I'm not gonna use him with no weapon. I'm going to give him a sword. And this helmet, which we will repair along the way. As you can see, the hammer is over there. There is a way to repair, I believe, with shift. Or what was it? Not this one. Alt and right click actually, you can click an item in your inventory and it will use tools to repair it. Otherwise, these weapons won't be repaired at all. As far as the armor goes, I am just taking a look through. It's clear that we don't have what's needed. We don't have the money to buy what's needed from there. We're gonna keep a shield. I am going to keep this armor as well. This sell for 2 cheap, so I don't want to sell it. I am going to sell these weapons. Don't feel like we will need them anytime soon. So let's go back to the next city. Maybe Donnerstedt now has a quest for us. If not, we will just keep moving on. Maybe we'll start exploring these towns to the north. And we do have a contract available. As you can see, Donnerstedt now has disappearing villagers. Villagers have been disappearing from this town, putting everyone on edge. Your potential recruits are to be found on the streets and people deal less favorably with strangers. When we go to the marketplace, these are more expensive than usual and they don't give us a lot of money for the products. And the people that we are able to recruit should be fewer, at least on a refresh. The contracts usually have something to do with the event. So follow the tracks and hunt down and kill those creatures so that we can live in peace again. There are creatures that attack these villagers and that's why they are disappearing. For the contract, we are being paid 390. I'm okay with that. Let's take a look. We can see here that these tracks are different. They are animals or beasts. Just because they look like wolf tracks doesn't mean that actual wolves are the beasts that are in the party. Now these Nexerers, not sure how you read that. What you need, these are pretty easy, like they will straight up attack you. One of the things I like to do is use spear wall to keep them at bay and damage them as they approach. And what you want to do is make sure that they are as close to your front lines as possible before you kill them. These creatures eat the bodies that are around them and grow stronger, healing them up and becoming like really tough. So you have to be careful how you play this. I'm gonna try to do a bolt hit over here and we managed to hit. For the arrows, I'm gonna try to damage this. I'm trying to basically weaken them as they approach us. And I believe that's mostly what you have to do with them. It's basically doing crowd control. You're trying to make sure that they lie on your front lines where you can reach other beasts. As you can see, as they move in closer, they got damage. But this is one of the minuses. Once an enemy gets into your line of spear wall, then you can't hit the others anymore unless you have a certain perk. I will show it to you later. Let's move up and start defeating the troops that made it inside our line. I'm gonna wait over here. I'm gonna use the bolt to weaken the beasts that are further back. And we managed to do so. But what I want to do now, the snow is really stopping us from getting in close. Like one of these enemies might just come in and eat him, which is going to be a problem for us. Let's keep moving up. Let's put us in Spear Wall. As you can see, he just ate it. He became a lot stronger. So this is going to be a problem. We need to take care of it quickly. As these beasts are tough, like, just because I kill them quickly doesn't, as I said, in this game, never be too sure about your chances of success, because it can change in a moment's notice. Apparently he's trying to run. I am just gonna try to see if I can follow him to get the entire experience. Yeah, they are running. We won't be able to catch them with our current party, so let's just say it's over. We've gained some experience, we got some fangs and some horns from them as trophies. And now we can go back to Donnerstedt and finish our contract. You can see we've got paid. Donnerstedt no longer has disappearing villagers, which means that they are back to normal. Let's just level up this party and finish, because we've passed the half-hour episode already. For our spearman, I'm gonna add him 3 points to melee. I know that 1 point doesn't seem like a whole lot, and it's not, but it's important to maximize these stats as much as possible. And I am going to give him a point in resolve. I'm actually thinking, since he is strong, giving him max fatigue, this random morale check is a bit weird for me. So I'm thinking that instead of making him really tough at melee, I want to make him a tank. Though his morale is quite low. But let's try that. We're gonna add points in fatigue, making him able to resist a lot of attacks and still stay strong and have the ability to move and guard and do certain skills. And we're gonna try to build his resolve up. Hopefully we can get to a good number, and his melee defense. And as far as perks go, I think I might just go with Colossus to provide him with a bunch more hit points. For our two-handed axeman, I'm gonna give you crippling strikes. Actually, no, we might actually do recovery on you as well. And as far as points go, we gain 4 points on melee skill, that's perfect. 1 on melee defense, that's not great. I'm wondering if I should think about specializing him into a kind of hybrid character from now. Let's do that. Let's put some points into range skill and melee skill and give him resolve. And what I'll do is I'll plan out his future and get back in the next episode. Let's add some points to the archer. 4 into range skill, 4 into range defense, and 2 extra into resolve. For perks, I am going to just give him as well the perk of student. With this being said, that's all the time that we have for today. I thank you very much for watching and look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Have a wonderful day.